crafters. In tonight's video, we're going to be making a Christmas thank you card using the Sending Smiles photopolymer stamp set and the sending dies. And we're going to be making our own background paper using the Whimsical Woodland 3D embossing folder. Hi, I'm Joan Heberlein. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I created this video for Joan's Simple Papercrafts found right here on YouTube. I'm going to dedicate this video to those of you who've watched, commented, liked, or shared a video, and or subscribed to my channel this past year. Thanks for helping me keep my business growing. Now give me a few seconds and I'll turn the camera down and we can get started on that card. Here's the card we're going to be making today, and we're going to be using this sentiment, a note of thanks, right out of the Sending Smiles photopolymer stamp set. And we're going to put that on this die right here. And then we're going to use this die cut and this die cut to make the sending for the card. The card background paper is soft succulent. We stamped the Whimsical Woodland 3D embossing folder with white pigment ink before we ran it through the embossing folder. Then we wiped it clean and we used basic white and the soft succulent ink and ran it through the embossing folder. And that's the effect we got there. We're going to get started, and we're going to do our stamping of the paper first so that it can dry. So we'll do the soft succulent first. And I am going to stamp this right here. This looks like it's the raised portion. So I'm going to stamp it with the white. And I'm going to put a piece of paper down because I don't want to ink up my background. It's a little bit hard to see the white here, but it is there. And I'm repeating it several times. Make sure we get good coverage. And I want you to take a look at that. You can see it there. And I'm just going to get this in here so it's level. And then we'll run it through our embossing folder. There we go. We have one piece here. And then I'm going to take our chamois, stamp chamois. I'm going to close this up. We won't need the white anymore. And I'm just going to wipe this clean. Then we're just going to put this aside to dry. And we're going to take our white paper and put it in here. And we'll use the soft succulent ink to stamp the base. So let's do it this way. A lot easier to see the green than it was the white. And I think I've got it all stamped. I'm going to close this up. And then we're just going to put this in here. And then I'm going to go and put this in the cut and emboss machine again. Okay, I ran this through twice. Make sure that it got everything on there. And I'm going to set this aside as well. And get my chamois again. Wipe the ink off of here. I decided to run this under the sink because I'm going to be putting it away. Didn't want any ink to be sitting in there and drying. And I rinsed the color off from here. That would come off. So let me just set that aside. Well, I'm going to bring those pieces back in. We have a piece of basic white cardstock cut at 5.5 by 8.5 inches, or that'd be 14 centimeters by 21.6 centimeters, and it's scored at 4 1/4 or 10.8 centimeters. And I'm going to fold it on that score line and burnish it. And I'm going to burnish it on both sides to give a nice crisp edge. Then next we want to bring in that first piece that we embossed. And we want this to be cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, or 10.2 centimeters by 13.3 centimeters. And I think I already have that done. And yes, it does look like it. So I'm going to glue this down. And I'm just going to use the multi-purpose glue. But I have it in this bottle here with a needle nose tip. And I found a rubber band to put this underneath, so that it's not dragging through the glue. And I'm going to start in the middle, just in case the glue comes out in a big chunk there. And then we're just going to go to the corners here. And I should get my glue mat, or this is my silicone mat, and that'll help keep the surface clean. I'm just going to center this on here, leaving 1/8 of an inch for a border all the way around in the white. I'm going to open it up and use my bone folder on the inside because I don't want to rub the embossing and have it go flat. So rub it on the inside. Then we need to take the second piece, and this is the same size as the first piece, so we want to cut this down. And I am going to cut it down to 3 inches by 4 1/4 inches. Let me get my trimmer here. So I'm thinking 4 1/4 this way. 4 1/4. And that's my embossing, my scoring blade. And here we go. Then we want this to be 3 inches, or 7.6 centimeters. And we're going to set that aside because we need to prepare our little piece of paper with the message. And I forgot that we will need to use our Versamark. And we're going to use our basic white embossing powder. And it's going to say a note of thanks. Sorry if my head was in there. I was trying to get it centered on there. I don't like that. I am going to actually die cut this first before I go any farther. And then we can get that. So let's get this on here and I'll be right back. Okay, let's try this again. And I want to make sure I get it centered on here. Sorry about my head. That looks better. And we're going to take our little tongs here, and I'm going to use it to even get it in here. Just scoop it up. All right, and we'll take this tiny brush here and just brush off the little flecks that aren't part of the letters. And I just did the note, so let me go back and get some more on there. But it hadn't dried yet. It was good. And I'm going to look at this part. I think that's good. And I'm going to put this powder away, so I don't want it to be addressed by the heat gun. it done now. Okay, that was ready. And next we have our 2 pieces to make sending. We got to do the background in this piece here. And I'll put that in through our embossing machine. And just take that off from here. There's the background. Then we'll do the same with the lettering. I'm just going to use the take your pick tool to knock out these little letterings. Alright, I am going to throw those away. So I'm going to take this and knock out this I, the dotted I, because we're going to want that later. And we're going to pull out the lettering. And I didn't put any adhesive on this beforehand. You could have put adhesive strip behind this and then it would be sticky. But I didn't. We're going to try using just glue. And I'm going to put a pile of glue here. And that may be enough. And then I've got this sponge here. I'm just going to put this clip on there so it makes it easier to hang on to. And I'm just going to dab this in here and put it on the lettering. Okay. And we're going to bring this forward. Let's see if I can't do it this way. And we'll put it on to our background. And then we need to get our lettering. I'm going to just use this putty chip from here. And I'm going to flip it over first. There, so now I've got it on the right side. And I'm going to dip it in our glue again. And see if I can't get it on here. Okay, you just kind of want to tip it a little bit. There. Alright. Now we can take this and just use the glue right from here. And actually I'm going to use our bone folder just to make sure that we got the glue making contact correctly. And everything's fine that way, so let's go ahead and start gluing this. Making it a very fine line, so that's why I'm being able to draw it all the way around. A couple places a little bit heavy in the glue, but I think that should be fine. Then we're just going to glue this down right about center. Again, I'm going to just flip it over and use my bone folder. Then we'll do the same thing with this one. And we'll put it right down here. I want to have it level there. And I'm flipping it over again and making sure we've got contact there. So next we'll use our dimensionals to finish this off. And we're going to use our large ones, and we'll just put 3 on the bottom. And I'm going to go with the 3 because I'll be mailing this. And then 3 on the top. If you aren't mailing it, if you're going to hand deliver it, you could just go with 4, just in the 4 corners. But it's going to go through the rollers, and I don't want it to get all discombobulated. Let's go with the 9 that's on there. 3 at the bottom, 3 in the center, and 3 at the top. And I'm just using my Take Your Pick tool to take off these paper backings. It's a lot easier than using my fingernails. And that one. And then we're going to put it on here. And we'll just center it. So there'll be 1/2 inch from the edge of the soft succulent to where it starts all the way around. And I'm just going to again use my bone folder on the back just to make sure that we've got contact there. We are done. That is pretty easy. I hope you liked this project as much as I did. As you can see, it would work great with just about any embossing folder. Why don't you give it a try? Now, if you enjoyed today's video, would you do me 2 favors? Click the thumbs up emoji. That means you like it. And would you share it on social media with your crafting friends and pin it to Pinterest? These actions will help me to keep sharing my ideas with other crafters for free, and I'd really appreciate that. Be sure to hit the subscribe button below so you won't miss any future videos. If you have any questions, be sure to contact me. I'm here to help in any way that I can. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. Just reach out to me. If you'd like to place a Stampin' Up! Order or would like a catalog, hop over to my website where you'll find the Shop Now button. To shop with me, you'll need to go to joanheberlein.stampinup.net. Bear with me a little bit longer because I want to let you know of the promotion going on right now. Last Chance Products promotion is now live. Stock up on your favorite products before they're gone for good. Save up to 60% on essential craft supplies. What are you waiting for? Start shopping. For more information about Last Chance products, check out the comments section below. Don't forget to check out the clearance rack. New items have been added to the clearance rack in the online store. Supplies are limited, and with the discounts up to 60%, products will go quickly. I'm changing it up. You better mark your calendars. I'll be back Sunday at 7 p.m. on January 8th, and we'll be doing something from the new MIDI catalog. I hope you'll be here to join me. Thanks so much for being here with me tonight. I look forward to next time. Bye for now, and don't forget to subscribe.